Right, so welcome to this CPD training. I'm going to try and make this a short one, only 30 minutes. CPD on the 24-hour HR assistant. Really magic. Going to use a tool that I think is going to be the biggest tool in 2026 in AI. Here's my prediction. This training is going to be really great. Of course, all of them are, but I think I particularly like this one. Okay, feel free to share. Happy for you to share this with all your friends, assuming you have friends. Of course, right? Okay, really exciting phrase. The future here's here. Literally been waiting for decades for this stuff to get here. AI is now here. I guess I'm a child of tomorrow's world. Okay, quick list of contents. We're going to go through the introduction, the why, the what, the how, and what you can do now to get more resources. Let's get going. Here's a little introduction to what we're about to get into now. So that's me, Dil Gujral, Chief AI Trainer at AI Now Academy, and we do AI training. And the way I look at AI is automation, but this training is going to be magic. I'm going to keep saying. Right, we're going to look at the possibility of creating a 24-hour HR assistant. Actually, you can apply this stuff to almost anything where you've got PDFs or a knowledge base. I'm going to go through it in a minute. Okay. So answering FAQs, repeated questions, wastes time, right? We all feel that. Might not want to say it, but you know, that's the truth, right? So what's the complication? The answers need to be accurate. Now, in AI, we're something called hallucinations, which means basically AI makes up stuff. No, it doesn't take drugs, but it just makes up stuff. It's a feature, not a bug, really. Okay, Dennis Sasavis said that. Quote him on it. How can we save time and have accurate answers? So that's the question we're asking ourselves. And the conclusion is I'm going to show you how to do this. And as a demonstration, we're going to create a 24-hour HR assistant. Like I said, it works with every other way of doing it. So here's the why. Why? What's the current situation? What's the reason for this CPD webinar? Okay. So, yeah, I love this cartoon. This is a great illustration. Look, we all get the same questions all the time, right? You know, for an example we're using is a HR manager. They get a new person, they'll say, okay, what are my benefits? Similar questions, 80-20 rule. How do I do an IT setup? What are the company policies on X, Y, Z? Again and again. That's why this person's passed out, right? So, and we all see this day to day, right? You know, same questions all the time. And if we had a manual process, you're getting all these questions from all your colleagues. Or let's keep this system internal. So there's another training, there's a piece of content I've created where the first step's got to be, if you're using a AI mini system, keep it internal. Don't let it loose on the public. Make sure the people that you're letting this loose on know it's an AI system. And even better, say you're trialing it, check the answers if you like. But look, you get loads of people asking you the same questions and you're probably a little bit upset with it, right? So let's work out a way of stop answering the same question, build an AI onboarding specialist, do it in 30 minutes. And I'm going to use my favorite software for this, Notebook LM. I'm going to take you all the way through it, I hope. So here's the what. So what's the complication? Okay. So we've got everything we answer particularly in HR has to refer back to a manual, right? We can't make stuff up. So we have an employee handbook, we have an IT setup guide, we have a benefits overview. So the documentation already exists. Now what we're going to do is feed it into a Google product called Notebook LM. Put it all in there. It's surprisingly simple, actually. We convert our PDFs into the AI learning system, upload And that's what it references. It's what they call the forgotten the R, augmented retrieval, right? It's a RAG system, basically. And now I'm going to go through the how. Okay, now we're in the how section. This is, oh man, sorry. You could tell this is good, more than good, right? So before I go through the how section, there's a little QR code here. Take the AI readiness quiz and we'll send you a bunch of resources, all our CPD trainings, all the stuff that goes on as it goes on. You'll get onto our list. We can send it all to you. We will, by the time you're watching this, we will have a workbook ready for this. So you can get that as well. The PDF version's free. And at some point, we're going to see if we can get a print version out there. Anyway, so complete that, totally free. Access to all our free resources. And see if we can work together in the future. Okay, I'm going to try and take this step by step. I have a tendency to hurry this on. If I'm talking a little bit slow, forgive me. But I'm going to try and do this properly. Okay. So, Notebook LM is a Google product. At the moment, I believe they're giving everybody a free version. You'll probably need a paid version to be able to do what you're going to do here. So, if you go to your Google account, you will see this. This is all the Gmail stuff. I'm going to point this right. Let me get rid of this. Move this over here. So, okay. So there, you see Gmail, you see images, and you'll see this, what you call 9 grid icon. Press that. Once you press that, what's going on here now? Okay, apologies for that slight technical challenge. You'll get the icons open up. So it's all the Google apps. You'll have to scroll towards the bottom. I don't know why they put this at the bottom. Google, if you're listening, put it at the top. It's your best product. Stop mucking around. Press the notebook icon. Then the notebook will open up and this is the top of the notebook screen. Yeah. So you see the notebook logo there. Settings. Here's the create new button. Press this. So when you press that, you'll get a notebook LM. This has got some stuff in it, so it looks slightly different. But the important thing is you'll have these 3 panels. I'm going to take you through them. Not everything, but just a little bit overview. There's the sources. There's the chat panel. There's the studio panel. So those are the 3 panels. The reason Notebook LM is such a great product, it's not just the AI behind it and all the function. It's the way they've set this out in a user interface that helps users to become spatially aware. When I was working in the .com industry, there was something called lost in cyberspace. Now they call it UI design. But this has got a fantastic awareness of that principle. And once you understand it's in 3 sections, it all becomes easier. The way we process stuff is we do it in a hierarchy. So think of it. You go to a house number, you go to your house, you enter the house, you're in the passage, then you go to a room and a cupboard. So it's, if you think of another example is a filing system on your computer. So you go to your files, and what those files replicate is a filing cabinet. You go to a cabinet, open a drawer, open a file, and then you'll get the specific document. It's the same principle here. This is why it's so good. I think somebody at Google really thought about this. This is magic. Actually, I've been watching the guy who edited his webinars. Fantastic. All right. Anyway. So the next step 2, is to upload your company documents. This is what they call a knowledge database. This is important because it stops what they call hallucinations. There's the problem with AI. It's not actually a problem. It's not a bug. It's a feature. People don't know how to use this properly. It's called hallucinations. AI, in the way it works, is designed to be creative. It's there's a term for it. It escapes me at the moment. It's designed to be creative. It's not designed to be repetitive and precise. There's a difference in this type of systems we're looking at. Okay, I'm going to do an explaining training on that as well. So, upload your sources. So this is, you basically press this button here, choose a file. Now you could do a number of things. I'm not going to go through all of them now. You can upload your resources, or when you first open it, it says create. You're going to come to here. And if you haven't come to here, there's another way of uploading sources. You press this add sources there. I'm pointing to it there underneath the sources panel. Okay. So the next step is to configure your chat. The chat is the middle panel. Go to this icon here, which is the settings and the filtering adjustment icon. It looks like a bunch of horizontal lines with a few vertical lines. Just under Notebook LM, create Notebook LM. Press that little icon. Okay. Now this configures and restricts your chat. And what you're going to get your Notebook LM system to do is just reference your documents. It's very important. So when you press the configure chat button, you'll get this opening up. Yeah. And this bit is set to default. You need to press this custom button. When you press the custom button gets ticked. And you'll get this prompt window opening up. Yeah, read a little prompt. Now, this is what I call a power prompt. This is not a normal AI prompt, and I'm going to break it down for you. And it's even good here. It's even gooder, as I'd like to say, as I used to say. So, Power Prompt has 3 specific instructions. It's got a persona. Define its role as a friendly onboarding specialist. You could probably say, you could test it out and say be a horrible onboarding specialist, but I haven't tried that. Boundaries. Boundaries are important. Now, if you've got young kids, you want to set boundaries. Not a parental expert there. I'm the last person from it, but the boundaries are the other connotations. What you're telling this AI system to do is restrict its answers based on official company documents. Don't go and look up stuff on the internet. This is not what you want. And finally, fallback position. So it provides a safe state. Direct new hires to their managers. If the answer's not there, tell them to go and speak to their manager. Very important. Stops hallucinations. I'm going to keep saying that. Okay. So here's an example of a power prompt. And hopefully, if you scan the code, do our quiz, we'll send you this stuff in an electronic format so you don't have to type this out. That's the plan, okay? You are a friendly onboarding specialist. Your role is to answer questions from new employees based on the official company documents in this notebook. Format responses in a helpful conversational answers. Yeah, I'll show you the result we get in a minute. If you cannot find the answer in the sources, direct new hires to their manager and always stay friendly and engaging. Quite important. Don't tell them off, right? Okay. Step 4, test your notebook. So you've uploaded your sources, you put this prompt in, you're ready to go. Now, important part, test it. So how do we test that? So this middle window is the chat. And at the bottom is where you put your chat in. Okay, hang on. So there we go. I can see it now. I've got to lean over here. So, for example, I've done a question here where it says, do you offer pensions? press this arrow. Yeah. Put your question, that's your chat window. Press the arrow. And bingo. Your question then comes to the top, and that's the answer. I did a little mock-up test here, so it's got a really brief document that we're testing against. So there's an example, there's the answer, right? And here's another one I did. What is the maximum percentage? Put something in, see what it comes out with. And I just had to do this for fun. Can I have a BMW? And it said basically no. All right, there you go. No BMW for me, right? Okay, so I'm just testing a number of questions there. Now, this is a really important, really interesting, and a magic feature of this stuff. In your answers, you'll see these little numbers. There's one there, right? Let me see if I can see the ones here somewhere. This missed it here for some reason. Okay, let me see if I can see one there. So look, you see 1 and you see 2, right? What these are references to your original document. Again, 1, 1, 2. Yeah. You didn't see it in this one because it's not in the document. It's saying, go away. Highly recommend you reach out to your manager. They can certainly direct you to the right department. Yeah. Company car department, go away. Whatever your policy is. So back to focus, right? So I'm going to show you what these little numbers mean now. Basically, when you click on these little numbers, they're the reference points. So what that's doing is, this is when you hover over it, you'll get this little drop down coming up. And it's referring to the pension policy and it's taking you to the exact policy. If you click those little numbers, you'll then get the sources window expanding and it brings up the actual document. So where it's got the answer from. Yeah. This is to make sure you're only dealing with your PDFs and it brings up the answer. Because if you think something doesn't look right, you can reference the original PDF and say, where did you get this from? So it's a reference point. Really great function, really useful. Okay, next item. How do we configure our notebook LM notebook to share? And I'm going to show you how to do this. You're probably going to need a paid version, but this allows you to share it, and you're going to restrict the access setting to viewer only. And I'll show you what that does. Okay, so you click on the share icon. Now the share icon is in the third panel on the right, just above Studio. You see that bit where it says share? Click on that and you get the access window, which looks like this. And if you, what do we do next? Okay, you have to set this to view, right? So underneath viewers have access, it's usually ticked as full notebook. We don't want that. We don't want them messing about with our notebook. Do not let them do it. We're going to select chat only. There we go, chat only. Now the next thing you'll see when you select chat only is this preview and this save button pop up. I've tried this around, so this is the best way to do it. Press the preview button first. It'll open it in a new window. Here's one I did earlier in Blue Peter style. I don't know if they still say that. So this will open in a new window, but it'll show you the chat only. This is for your users. They can't put more sources in. They can't muck around with this with the Studio. All they can do is interact in a chat. That's it. There's an example. Now, next thing is go back to that window where the notebook is and press the save button. Don't forget to do this. I have forgotten to do this, so that's why I'm saying don't forget to do this. So there we go. Now what you've got is more time. Oh, once you save it, you can obviously copy the link and send it to whoever you want. That's basically it. Piece of magic, right? You can go back and watch this. And when the workbook comes out, we'll send it to you as well. So look, the copy link means you can give access to other people. I think depending on how your system's configured, you may have to confirm access. But this stuff is pure magic. I thought about a use case for this, and it's until I saw someone doing it, I thought this is worth a training. And don't forget, you can do this not only for your HR documents, company documents, you could probably do it for your FAQs, loads of other use cases. Amazing piece of kit. Thank you, Google. Don't forget to send the check. Right. So what have we done? We've transformed a messy manual process into an automated on-demand system. Basically, no one has to be in the office when your user suddenly has a midnight problem and I wake up and say, can I get a BMW out of my car? Can I get a BMW out of my company? Am I going to ring up HR or send them an email, waste their time to be like, no, you can't, right? So I can then go onto the link, type in the question, and the AI can say, no, you can't, go away, you're not having a BMW. So there you go, right? And now I'm going to go through the now. Okay, this is quite good. Okay, great. So hopefully you're enjoying this training. It's a short one. Hopefully I haven't hurried it too much. Mucking around a little bit here. Right, there's a little quiz. Please take the quiz. I'll tell you why. It's a whole bunch of resources we're getting out for use for everyone. A lot of good free stuff. This should come with a workbook by the time you're watching this. To get it, just complete the quiz. We'll email you the workbook, all the prompts and stuff. We'll put it in electronic format so you could download, use it. Try and make this training really effective for you. So now we come on to the now. What are you going to do now to move this further along for you? Yeah, it's all about taking action. It's all good fun watching the video. We're going to get a CPD certificate in a minute as well. I'm going to show you how to do that. But there's loads of other trainings we're delivering. A lot of them are free. You can get access to all of those by completing the quiz. So, and why do we do these trainings? Why are we giving this stuff out free, right? So, a couple of careers ago, I used to work in the tech. I was in tech, and I used to sit next to the help desk guys. They had this. They couldn't actually. You'd probably get fired for doing this today, but in those days, at .com era, slightly before the .com boom, they got code ID 10T, and what they were doing was calling people idiots who were asking simple questions. So look, I don't want you to be a code ID 10T, and half the problem with tech is when we don't use it, it gets out of our head. We forget, and I've literally been on webinars where I can't remember how to press the right button to start the webinar, and the other guy's probably thinking this is an ID 10T. So look, we're going to try and create some resources, checklists, so on and so forth, as much as we can to help you. We don't want you to be the ID 10T. In fact, I think our philosophy is more like, look, there's AI inside the computer, but the actual intelligence is outside. Let us help you use the actual intelligence so you can get more out of your AI. That's how we like to think about things. Okay, talked about the quiz. We use this, what I call the ASK system. ASK stands for assessment. There's your free assessment. Do the quiz, that's your free assessment. We're going to send you a bunch of stuff, including a great free strategy, which will be complete by the time you do this. It's free. This is the stuff other companies will charge you thousands for. We're happy to give it to you. We think it's the best strategy on the market. I personally don't like some of the stuff that I'm hearing from consultants who are saying to the management, put the AI system in, fire these people, reduce your costs. I have spoken to other AI guys that are saying they're using this wrong. It's anecdotal evidence, but I know it's another option. So that's why I'm giving it to you out there. There's a lot of scaremongering about we're going to lose jobs with AI. I have spoken to a lot of IT guys, companies that offer services that are giving me, it's anecdotal at the moment, but the figures will come through. They say it's actually the opposite strategy. If you put AI into your company, it means you free up your resources, the actual people that work there. Those people become really effective sales guys. Some of the most effective sales guys in your company are the guys who are not the sales guys. Don't tell the salespeople that. They're just people who know your product, who know more about your company, who can help your customer. And we're going to try and bring some training for that element as well. So look, the assessment is free. We're going to give you a free strategy. In terms of recordings, we'll probably have a little slide deck on all of this coming up. If you like what we give you, we hope we can work together. We love to share our knowledge. This is part of this. We'll go further, share our knowledge, and help you with our experience. So that's basically very simple. Now, at the beginning, you've probably forgotten with all the excitement. I promised you your CPD certificate. There it is. There's a CPD certificate. Click this, put your name in, put your email in. Bingo. This is another exciting piece of automation. This is pure magic. The guys who've done this, thank you very much. It saves us a lot of burden for having to do it, a lot of work that we couldn't do. And this is why we can deliver this CPD training in an automated fashion. I have done a training on it. That's already ready. You can get that. Again, click the quiz, get the assessment, get that training free as well. If you guys do CPD training in your company, I've done a CPD training on how to automate your CPD training. It'll be out there by the time you've done it. So look, thank you for your time. Take the quiz. I really hope you enjoyed this. Try it out. Send me the questions. I want to know, have you made this work? And where do you get stuck so I can improve training? Once again, thank you for that. Get your CPD certificate. Speak to you soon. Look forward to getting your questions.